Hello everyone, welcome back to this lecture. In this lecture, we will be learning about hierarchical inheritance. So let's start. Hierarchical inheritance. This is a type of inheritance in which the process of deriving more than one class from a base class. Previously, we have studied about multiple inheritance. In multiple inheritance, we were having multiple base classes to form a single derived class. But over here, we are having one base class to multiple, like in one class to another class. Let me explain you using this diagram. So you can see that we have a single base class. From this base class, we are inheriting two different derived classes. Do you understand what I am saying? No? Let's move to code blocks so that I can show you the practical implementation. So let's start with the coding. As you can see that I have included the header files. Now I will be making a class as name as shape, okay, in which I will be using public keyword. Okay, by default it's private, so I will be using public. I will be making integer a and integer b. Okay, then I will be making void get data function, get data, in which I will be passing integer n comma integer m, in which I will be putting the value that a is equal to n, similarly b is equal to n. Okay, now I will be making a class rectangle, in which I will putting public shape. Okay, public shape, okay, now I will be declaring public integer rect area. We will be finding the rectangle area, so rect area function, and I will be declaring this function over here only. So I will be writing that int result, I am initializing the result variable a into b, okay, and it will return us result. Okay, now I have created a rectangle class that will be giving us a rectangle area. Now I will be also creating a same class of triangle. Okay, triangle, similarly I will be using this, and I will be putting the visibility and the base class. Now in this, similarly I will be writing public integer triangle area function. I will be defining it over here as similarly that we have defined the rectangle area. So float result, because the triangle area can come in float also, then I will be writing 0.5. This is how we will be calculating this is a mathematical calculation for calculating the area a into b. Okay, now it will return us the result. Okay, now we have declared this too. Now we will be declaring which function? The main function, in which we will be creating the object of the classes and calling. Now I will be creating object of a rectangular class R1 and similarly for triangle class T1. Okay, now I will be initializing integer length comma breadth comma and height. Okay, now I will be writing cout, enter the length and breadth of the rectangle. Okay, end of the line. Now as I told you about basic input output, in basic input output lecture, for taking the values from the user we will be writing cin. Okay, cin, the values will be going in length, similarly, and in breadth. Okay, Now, using the object that we have created, we will be calling the function get data, in which we will be passing the argument that is length comma breadth. Okay. Now, similarly, we will be now creating an integer m, in which we will be calling the rectangle area. So r1 dot rectangle area function is being called over here. So means over here the rectangular area will be calculated, over here the rectangular area will be calculated, and the value will be stored in the value m. So now I will be writing cout the value, or we can say the area of rectangle is m, because the value has been stored in m, and end of the line. Okay. Now I will be writing for cout for the triangle. Similarly, as we have done for the rectangle, we will be doing for the triangle. Enter the base and height of the triangle. End of the line. So over here I forgot to declare a variable as base. Okay. Now I will be writing cin, and I will be putting the values cin, that will be going as base, and then it will be going as height. Okay. Now I will be calling using the object that we have created for triangle, t1 dot get data base comma height. Correct. Now I will be creating an integer x is equal to t1 dot triangle area dot the spelling triangle, it should be tr over here. Similarly, I will be changing the value over here, triangle. Okay, triangle area function. Okay, now I will be writing cout the area of triangle is x, and end of the line. Okay, so let's compile and run the code. Now you can see the area of rectangle has been calculated. Similarly, enter the base and height of the triangle. So the base of will be putting 18 and the height will be putting as 20. It will be calculating the area of triangle is 180. So you can see that you can, using a single class, that is a shape, we have inherited two classes, the rectangle and the triangle classes. Okay, and we have just used the variables of shape, similarly a and b, in which we are putting the values. Okay, and similarly you can create another classes, like you can create class formal triangle, square, and similarly many more for sphere, and calculate those things, in which we will be using which hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so in our next lecture you will be studying about multi-level inheritance. Thank you.